Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming in. We have no viewers. And we have 3 viewers. Pop in the chat. Let us know where you're from, where you're live streaming in from. It'd be great to know. Canada, BC, Vancouver, outside of Canada. Put it in the chat. 15 seconds till the whistle goes for first quarter. First game is the women's match. The British Army against BC. Final game of the Tri-Series. Full bleachers behind me. Excellent crowd to end the tournament off. Coin toss between the 2 captains. Unfortunately, I missed who got the center pass, but we'll see very soon. Dave and Chris from the International Netball Federation umpiring today. And if you're new to netball, I'll try to keep up with the rules. First center pass going to Army. Every time a point is scored, the ball comes back to the middle for a center pass. Looks just like this one. Excellent defense from BC. Army still maintain possession, keeping the throw-in live. Too close from the BC wing defense. Working the ball into the circle. Intercepted by the wing defense from BC. Can BC make the most of this opportunity? Looking for the open player. Excellent defense by the Army. Closing in to the player with the ball. Long ball over the circle into the center. The shot was just too far for BC. Army get the possession again. Making quick work to move the ball down court. And almost into the circle. A high ball asked by the center from the Army, almost intercepted by BC. They managed to hold on. And another short shot. BC gets another chance to score from the Army center pass. The goal defense was too close. We get 2 shooters. That means there's an open shooter in the circle. Do they see the open shooter? Working around, just little high stretch of a pass. That means Army once again get the turnover. BC gets the ball, but they are out of court by a few inches. Army gets the throw-in in the center third. A big lob and a contact means a penalty pass for the Army. Another miss! And a contact call on BC wing defense means Army gets another shot.
Watch base.
Again, goes over the hoop, but the goal attack makes it work for the Army. BC center pass scores 1-0 for the Army. Big lob into the circle, excellent vision down court by the BC wing attack, and the goal attack makes it a tie game 1-1. Unexpected pass to the Army center. Managed to hold on, and the BC center tips it out of court. A little bit of confusion. The ball went out of court inside the shooting circle, so the shooter must take the center pass. But the center was defending with their hands, meaning BC gets the penalty pass. Quick work by BC, but a footwork call, just 1 too many steps while holding the ball means the Army gets the turnover. Excellent defense from the BC center. Taps the ball out of court. High ball to the shooter. Not a problem. Penalty shot. And it goes in. Center pass to BC. Loose ball, still live. Captured. Excellent teamwork by BC. You can hear the BC coach telling the team to take care of the ball. And the ball is still in despite a tap from the Army. Goal shooter from the BC team gets it in. The game is still tied 2-2 with 10 minutes left in the first quarter. Lots of lobbing, and the goalkeeper from BC manages to get their hands on it. Lots of pressure in the circle. Moving the ball around. Army defense laying off a little bit. But get their hands on it. The BC wing attack unfortunately was not fast enough to get the ball before the goalkeeper. And the Army quickly make work of bringing the ball into the circle. And now have a throw-in. Shot from the goal attack, works, scores 4-2 for the Army. Army center pass. They have a chance to increase their lead by 3 points. Can they do it? Or will the BC defense deny another score? They do it. 5-2 for the Army. BC center pass, goal attack asking for the ball, wing attack comes through at the last second. Passing it back to the defense, resetting the offensive third. Contact call. Gives BC another chance. But unfortunately the ball slips through their hands. Army gets a throw in at the sideline. Fake move by the goal defense. Helps them get open. Excellent cutting by the Army. And holding. There she is. Goal attack's wide open. Mid-range shot, not a problem for the Army's goal attack. Army gets the center pass. And they are leading by 4 points with 8 minutes left in the first quarter. BC gets the throw-in. Good patience with the ball from the BC team. They know how fast the Army is. No point forcing the ball in the circle if no one's open, but there is the goal attack. Mid-range shot gets it in for BC. 6-3 is the score, and they have the center pass. Can make it 6-4. Excellent passing from BC. Just a short shot, and a contact call on the shooter means the Army gets the penalty pass. Big pass. And that one was just a bit too high. BC resetting, making the most of that penalty pass. But a rough pass, perhaps a little forced when there was a 2-on-1 on a BC player. Goal attack's looking into the circle, so is the center. Bounce pass makes it through, popping it out to reset. contact call. And another contact call on the Army means BC gets a penalty pass once again. They get another chance to score. Lots of advantaged contact calls being called. Umpires will choose to make a call or not to their discretion to see if the play is successful despite the contact and to avoid delaying the game. Wide pass outside of the circle. Both shooters are holding, asking for the ball. And the BC defense catches on to that easily. Excellent work by the defense helping out. Just like that, all three defensive players have come back to help with the ball movement, making sure we maintain possession. Beautiful pass to the shooter there. I'm not sure if the camera caught that, but that was phenomenal. That pass was the distance of half the court all the way to the baseline. One more pass made it a beautiful shot, bringing the difference by 1 point between the two teams. If BC scores, they will tie the game with 4.5 minutes left. Unfortunately, they lose possession to the Army. Excellent effort there by the wing attack. Contact call by the wing defense. Army making the most of this penalty pass, passing it in and out of the circle. Again, a lost opportunity for the Army. Defense patiently waiting for the offense to get open. There we go. Will she shoot it? Yes. And it works. Goal shooter tying the game off. BC and the Army 6-6. Just less than 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Rebound by BC means they can take the lead if they score. Off-ball contact called means the BC gets another opportunity to score. Excellent work moving the ball around and into the circle. Rebound by the goal shooter. Great reach by the Army. Not enough. BC scores, leading by 1 point with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Big call by the goal shooter. Looking in the circle, not open. The Army had excellent defense. Fake pass by the center means the goal shooter gets it right under the hoop. Just short. Rebound was in the Army's hands. They get the penalty pass. And make quick work of bringing the ball down the court. There's the goal attack coming right out. Looking for the open player. Trying to get it in the circle. It's not enough, but an obstruction call means they get another chance. Contact call by the goalkeeper. Penalty pass or shot for the Army. Far shot, and it goes in for the Army. Once again, it's a tie game. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Beautiful look into the circle by the Army. Trying to get the ball closer to the hoop. They keep passing it around. Is it close enough? It is not. They're going to continue passing the ball out of the circle. Goal attack comes out. And BC defense is denying the ball, but the Army manages to get through under the hoop. Excellent patience shown by the Army. Intercepted by the Army's goal defense. pick by the goalkeeper on BC team. Let's see if they can score from their own center pass. Big lob into the circle. That was a beautiful look. Just not able to grab it before it went out of bounds. Lots of back and forth happening with possession today. Frequently seen in the first quarter before both teams. Get their tempo going. A little bit of frustration from the Army's side. But that doesn't stop them. They increase their lead by 2 points, 9-7 with 3 seconds left. And they take their center pass. The time goes out, means BC gets the next center pass at the start of the next quarter. The score is 9-7 at the end of the first quarter. British Army leading by 2 points. All right, second quarter is just underway. BC gets the center pass. Fake pass by the center, beautiful use of the defense for the center pass. Looking into the circle, no one's there. And a little bit of a change in the lineup here for the BC team.
Nice try, Jackie.
Excellent rebound by the BC team. They make it work. Closing the gap between the Army. Easy center pass for the Army. Great use of holds there. A little bit of contact happening in the circle. Beautiful lunge by the goal shooter. And a rebound by BC. Trying to find the open player. Big drive by the wing defense. Not enough to get open. Forced ball into the circle. Goal shooter comes out to grab it. No one's in the circle, but the goal attack grabs it and unfortunately bounces the ball. That is a repossession, and so the Army get a free pass. The level of communication on court is next level. Ooh, just an unlucky slip of the ball out of the hands. Like I said yesterday, the ball can get quite sweaty and very slippery because of that. Excellent close-range defense by the Army. Beautiful look down the court. Just bounces off the rim. Army get the rebound, get the penalty pass, and make quick work of bringing the ball down court. Fake pass by the center. Too far for the goal attack. Tries to pass it out to get closer, but the BC team gets the interception and loses the ball out of court. Army gets another shot to score. And the BC gets another tip and gets two hands on the ball. Excellent work of defense once again. Getting open, passing the ball around, exercising great patience with the ball. Offense working hard to get open, not enough. The Army's defense is working very hard. And an obstruction call outside of the circle means both shooters try to find a way inside. A high ball makes it a throw-in for BC, who score right under the hoop. The game is now tied, and only 2 minutes make that 3 minutes have passed in the second quarter. Every day the games are just getting closer and closer and closer. Looks like the two teams are understanding each other a bit better. But again, the lineups have been switching around a lot for both teams. BC takes the lead 10-9. Lots of cheering behind me happening. And an out of court by the Army means BC gets yet another chance. Man, what a difference it makes to have your hands up on defense. Even if a player's open behind them, having your hands up can just block your view completely. BC increased their lead by 2 points, and they have the center pass. Can they make it 3 points? No, the Army with a beautiful steal. Sprinting down court, looking in the circle, using the edge, and a lob to their shooter. And the goal attack just misses, hitting the rim. Big pass means the Army gets another chance. Bounce pass to the shooter, beautiful hold in front. And an excellent reach by the goalkeeper, who also gets the rebound. Again, working the ball, exercising great patience, looking into the circle, but no one's there. There we go. Great speed by the goal attack. And it was tipped out by the British Army. BC gets another chance to throw it in under the hoop. And a contact call with a penalty shot. Just a little to the left, British Army get possession. does not go in for the Army. BC get the rebound.
Whoa. Here we go.
A big reach above the player by the wing defense means they contact, and BC gets the ball in the circle. The score is 12-9 for BC. 8 minutes, 45 seconds left in the second quarter. The Army's calling for the ball, but the ball did not go far enough to get into her hands. BC make the most of this. And they get yet another point. The crowd is loud today. Great reach by the goal shooter, looking across the circle, driving, trying to get in front, cannot. British Army denies the pass. Tight defense by BC, making the Army think twice about who they are going to pass the ball. Thought about shooting, but decided it might have been too far. Goal attack tries again. This time it's close enough. But the shot is not. BC get the rebound. Again, using the defense when the offense is not available. And they find the open space down court. Shooter drives out around their defense. 2 passes out of the circle, help her get close to the hoop. A penalty shot and gets her own rebound. Another obstruction call means she gets another penalty pass or shot and takes it. It goes through. BC increased their lead by 5 points, 7 minutes left to go. Injury time called by the British Army. And a substitution is happening here. Goal attack is coming off. Looks like their lineup from the first quarter was working a bit better for the British Army. And so they had a little bit of a substitution to reflect that. Big dive by the goal defense from BC. British Army make the most of it, score. BC center pass. Big drive by the goal attack. At the 3rd second, a nice obstruction call means we get to keep possession here. Goal shooter's calling for the ball just a little bit too high. And it goes out of court. Subjective contact call there. And a lot of contact happening now. Not sure who the pass was to, but it went through to the goal attack. And a penalty to the Army. Not a penalty, but it is a free pass for BC. And BC was lucky there since that lob did not go through, but an obstruction call was made. They get another chance. Beautiful defense by the goal defense. Unfortunately, a little too close. And BC score, increasing their lead by 5 points. Army center pass. It's truly amazing to watch the speed of the Army. Off that center pass, not enough. BC get the interception. Excellent defense from BC for the whole tournament. Some miscommunication there. Not sure who the ball was to. Good chance the player didn't know either. That's okay, it happens to all of us. The center trying to talk to the shooters on the Army side, but the shooters just can't get open. They're trying. A bounce pass is not enough. Excellent hustle on both teams for that loose ball. The Army keep possession, and the goalkeeper's trying to get back into the circle. while the goal defense tries to get their hands on the ball. Penalty shot. Just a bit over. BC gets the rebound. The center coming out down to help. Beautiful pass into the open shooter. Getting closer to the hoop. Just a bit short. Penalty pass for the Army. The defense was just too close. High ball by the Army means it goes out of court. BC get the throw in the goal third. Again, you can hear the coach from the BC side telling their players to run to the ball. There we go. Center is open. Oh, beautiful pick by the goal defense. Good effort by BC Center, putting pressure on the ball. Ooh, a lot of fumbling there in the circle. Army gets it in the circle. And they do not need the penalty shot. They get it in the first try. BC center pass. The score is 15-11 for BC. Less than 3 minutes left in the second quarter. High ball again by the BC team. Means the Army gets another shot to close the gap. Good effort by the BC wing attack. And the Army is working hard to get open. Center from BC getting their hands on the ball, but not without going offside. The Army get a free pass in the circle. They decide to bring it out and reset to get the ball closer to the hoop. Was that a good idea? Yes, it was an excellent idea. Army get the center pass. They can bring the score within 2 points. Beautiful look into the circle. BC defense just a little too close. But they get the rebound a second time. And make good work of getting the ball down court. Goal shooter, moving lots to get open. And the goal attack comes out in front for a beautiful cut. Long shot, little bit short. And the Army are going to try again to score on this center pass with 1 minute remaining in the second quarter. Bounce pass around the check, denied by the BC center. High ball, but the Army goal attack hustles to get it. And scores another point, 15-13 with just over 35 seconds left. BC lead by 2 points. There's a lot of contact happening. The lob was picked off by the Army. Can they score with less than 15 seconds remaining? Bring the score within 1 point. Beautiful take by the Army. Tight defense by BC. But it becomes a contact. The Army scores, but misses. BC gets the ball. And that is the end of the second quarter. 5 minutes for halftime, and we'll be back for the third quarter. The score is 15-13 for BC. And we are back for the third quarter. Score again is 15-13 for BC. Very close game. And I am joined today with Leanne for the commentary. Hello, Leanne.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited about this.
Leanne also has experience playing netball. Tell us a bit about your netball experience over your lifetime.
Well, I'm from New Zealand originally. It's great intercept by Lil there. I've played netball my whole life, actually, all through high school, primary school. It's the most popular sport in New Zealand for females, so my whole family plays it. They moved over to Canada and played with the BC team in 2019, which was great. And yeah, so I'm president of one of the clubs here in Vancouver, and just down here supporting the girls while we can.
Wonderful. So we'll have a little insight from another player here today. BC gets a penalty shot, does not get it in. Army has possession. Excellent use of a tall wing defense there. Off the ball contact called on BC.
Great moving around the body there. She really needs to use her feet to get into the front position so she can get a clean intercept.
Point for Army, closing the gap, 15-14 for BC.
Just a little too high on the pass there for BC.
Army gets another shot. Can they tie the game? Big ball trying to avoid the 3-second call, but the defense was on it for BC.
There's some amazing tracking there by the BC wing D. I think one interesting thing to note is that BC do the one-on-one defense, while the UK have been doing a little bit of a zone, which is very common in Australia and New Zealand, and they've done a bit of a mix of a zone as well as one-on-one. So if you look closely, you can see the different styles in defense.
That's right. Every now and then you'll see the British Army team getting multiple players on one person with the ball, closing in, trying to put pressure on the ball. Little switch by the BC team, big lob, goal attack gets it with a contact call and a penalty shot for BC. A pass was decided, but the goal defense from the Army gets their hands on the ball.
Nice shot by BC, goal A.
The score is 16-14 for BC. Army have the center pass. Contact call on BC center.
Nice strong take there by BC. You also notice that BC's goal attack and goal shoot are a bit shorter than the Army, so they're using a moving circle attack, so they're moving around a lot, getting lots of passes to get into good space.
Absolutely. It's very hard to give some lobs over those goalkeeper and goal defense from the Army.
Absolutely.
A held ball was called for BC. Again, you only get 3 seconds with the ball, and if you cannot release it in time, the umpire will give the ball to the other team. And again, 3 seconds.
That was a great play down.
3 seconds can be different for different umpires, so it's a bit of playing who the umpire is, but also not showing any hesitation when you hold the ball.
Exactly. It's really a give and go game.
Beautiful rebound by BC goalkeeper.
Great transition. Nice strong take there.
Hard drive by the BC center. Made it difficult to stop. One too many steps. Gives the Army a free pass.
There you see the Army threw it away. They really needed someone to come forward instead of running away from the ball.
And a little bit of a rushed ball. You can see the teammates telling each other to just settle down a little bit, and there goes the coach as well.
Nice defense.
Good effort. Good effort. I love watching the Army's long strides when they go for the ball.
Yeah. Oh, great
Good
pressure
effort.
by the Goldie.
Hesitant pass,
Great
and
pressure.
they knew it was going to be a tough pass. Defense was able to get their hands on it. Excellent communication on court. Not only with their voice, but with their eyes, with their body movement.
Nice.
It's lovely to watch the team dynamics. Sometimes players can pass without even looking. They know their teammate will be there. And I'm sure you know what that's like, Leanne.
Yeah, it's great when you have a team like that. You just know what's going to happen, and it's a great way to trick the opposition, especially with no-look passes are one of my favorites.
Yeah, we haven't seen many no-look passes today. It is a risky pass, but we did see one yesterday in the mixed team game.
Nice.
Capitalizing on that bounce pass there.
Great around with her outside arm, so no contact.
Exactly, going with the outside arm and just anticipating the pass going to her defense. Shooters trying to get open, passing the ball around, again moving lots with the tall defense. Contact call, goalkeeper is holding with their arms as suggested by the umpire's hand motions.
Very unfortunate because that was almost a held call there as well. So
Yes.
lucky for BC. They made use
Exactly.
of it.
That's what it is in the name of the game of defense. Keep the pressure on the players. Try and get that held ball or an interception. Or force the ball out of court.
Nice whacking now to get in front.
Long ball, but the Army get their hands on it, so BC gets another chance. Sideline throw in. Luckily for BC, the defense was there.
Nice baseline move there.
A step out and a shot. Bounces off the rim. The backside of the rim this time.
Nice fast play down there. It's great when you see a wing defense really bringing that ball down nice and fast. It's important to be able to attack in that position.
Contact from the offensive side this time means BC gets the penalty pass. And now you can see both teams feeling the pressure now. It's getting heated on court, it's getting heated in the bleachers, and it is physically a lot warmer than the other venue from yesterday.
Well, they're great for us.
Yes.
Great work there.
Big ball. Unfortunately, the shooters were not there on the same page to get the pass. BC gets another chance, another high ball. Works for the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper is asking for the ball, so is the defense. They are there.
Resetting, so you see the Goldie and Wing D will be up on that baseline, ready for a reset. It's better to reset backwards instead of setting a ball and not knowing if someone's going to get it. Beautiful intercept there, the long arms of that Wing D.
Yeah, that Wing D seems to be a great tool in their toolbox for the team.
Absolutely.
It's not often you have a very tall player, one of your tallest on the team, playing a wing position. Beautiful long-range shot from the Army. 17-15 is the score. BC leading by 2 points. Just under 6 minutes left in the third period. The Army using the edge of the circle well. Mid-range shot does not go in this time for the Army. BC get the throw on. Excellent drive by the wing attack, making space for the center. Tipped off by the wing defense one more time. Yeah, Leanne and I are getting really excited here.
Little girl crush on this Wing D now.
Beautiful front cut by the goal attack. Fakes a pass, goes for the shot. This time, no problem for the goal attack.
Excellent work by BC.
Increasing their lead by 3 points. BC center pass. Lots of contact happening here. And lots of advantage calls being made to the discretion of the umpires, trying not to slow the game down at all.
Working it around, taking their time.
Excellent movement by the circle and a lob that successfully goes through with the shot.
I love how she steps back and it always goes in.
Exactly, yeah. You can notice the goal attack stepping back quite a bit. And remember, the 3 feet rule from the person with the ball is 3 feet from their pivot foot, and so when the goal attack steps back, it's 3 feet from their front foot, and so the defense now has a greater distance between them. Great tactic when the defense is much taller than you.
Absolutely. And another pass.
Long ball by the BC throw-on. Means the Army get an excellent opportunity close to their shooting third.
Ooh, mood lighting in here now.
A little bit of some technical lighting difficulties happening.
Great defense by BC here. Army having to work the ball hard to get it close to the hoop. Great lean.
Good pressure by defense. They get the rebound. What position do you play, Leanne?
I'm primarily a goalkeep, goal defense, sometimes throwing in a bit of wing defense. But yeah, really a trained goalkeep, goal D.
There
also,
you go.
Depending on my fitness, it will
Yes.
depend on which position I choose to
Absolutely.
play.
It's good to be a versatile player. We see that a lot on the bench from both the Army and the BC teams. We've seen shooters come out of the circle as wings, but also defense coming out of the circle.
Absolutely. And when you're able to mix it up like that, it makes the opposition have to think and change how they're playing.
Absolutely, yes. Makes for a very resilient team
Absolutely.
and a great way to make sure your team doesn't get too exhausted before the other team does.
And always nice having fresh eyes that have been watching what that opposition has been doing while you're in the game. Sometimes it's hard to see that.
That's right. Beautiful ball into the
lovely
circle.
work.
Unfortunately, one too many steps were taken by the goal shooter.
It's an absolute coach killer when it's stepping, something that we learn from a very young age. You know,
Yes.
Stepping with the ball.
Army shooters working hard in the circle, trying to get around the defense.
Not sure what to do. Oh,
And a shot, last minute shot attempt before the held ball call would be made. Did not go through. BC get possession.
Goldie doing a great job of bringing the ball
Big
down.
pass to the, yes. Shooters coming out. That's a great tactical on their part. Seems to be working well. Sometimes you have the shooters hanging out inside the circle. But recently you see the goal shooter coming out for that pass, making space for their goal attack to come for the second pass into the circle. Excellent shooting from BC. The score is 20-15 for BC. 1 minute, 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Man, that goes by fast.
Very fast.
Fumbling ball happening there on both sides of the teams.
A lot of pressure, maybe getting a little tired.
Absolutely. This is their third game in 3 days and less than 15 hours since their last game last night. So
Kind of glad I'm not doing it. To be
yeah,
honest.
you can be sure there is a lot of stiffness, soreness, and hopefully not too many calf cramps happening.
Absolutely. Also know we have some UK viewers, Mr. and Mrs. Wilson. So thank you for tuning in from all the way over there, supporting BC.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the live stream, is to make sure everyone from around the globe can have the
Great
chance to
shot
watch
there by
their family, their
British
friends, or their team play. 20 seconds left. An interception turns
great
into a
work.
second interception by BC. Great recovery. Huge pass
nice.
into the space by the shooters. And just a little bit short of a shot. 5 seconds left in this quarter. Another interception. Can they get a score from this?
Gotta work it in as fast as possible.
They cannot. No matter, the score is 21-16 for BC at the end of the third quarter. One last quarter left. Can't wait to see what happens, what positions get switched up, and what stays the same. We'll see you in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. All right, we're back for the final quarter. There goes the whistle, the 10-second whistle. Again, the score is 21-16 for those joining in now. BC is leading by 5 points. 15 minutes left to the game.
And do we have any changes for either of the teams?
Looks like the lineup is staying the same for BC.
New wing D for the Army.
BC has a throw-in from the baseline. Using that sideline, looking for the open player down court. No one's there, they go for the square ball. 3-second call again for BC, just not getting open in time.
Great defense there by BC.
Army using that hold for the space in front, gets a contact call on BC. So a penalty shot is just a bit too short. BC gets the rebound. Trying to bring the ball quickly down court this time. It's working well. No look pass there.
Going back again, resetting.
Good call by the defense, making
Great
sure they're
call.
open.
Really having to work here, BC, to get in front of their players.
And the shooters coming out of the circle. Again, defense helping out, resetting the plays.
Great ball in there by goal attack. Oh, amazing. And again,
A clean tip by the Army.
exactly. And when you have a taller goal D like that, it is hard as a shorter shooter.
Good defense by
crazy.
BC. Putting lots of pressure on the Army's shooter there.
Lots of hustle.
You can see sometimes the players are leaving their check to defend someone else if it's close enough to their area. And that's exactly how a team sport works. Like you were saying, Leanne, zone defense does happen every now and then.
It does. And that's a great way to be able to read the play as well.
Yes, absolutely. Zone requires a lot more communication between the players as we don't have eyes behind our head.
Nice.
Good
strong.
defense and recovery, but BC get the saved ball.
Great ball down the court, nice and fast. Oh,
Big
and she's
pass.
again. I think that was offside as well. Oh.
And a clean interception by the Army means they get the penalty pass.
Again, contesting on the court. If both of them are going for the ball at the same time, in high-level netballs like this, they would just let it go.
Excellent opening up of the court by the Army in this round. Absolutely, great call. The back foot was the first one to land, but the player thought it was the other foot, and so picked up their back foot and planted it again, meaning that was an extra step. BC get a free pass.
Yeah, and BC having a bit of trouble down here in the goal third. Nice hold by goal attack.
It's either a little bit of hesitation with the ball or struggling to find the open player.
Yes, exactly.
BC gets a penalty shot under the hoop.
And a miss.
Just over the rim. BC gets a throw and one more chance. Diving for the ball means the Army gets the possession. Excellent pass into the space by the Army.
Yeah, bringing it down well, taking their time.
BC defense is tight, so the Army knows they have to keep it moving to get open. And there it is, the shooters trying to move, trying to hold.
And the holding shoot is just a different dynamic than what's in the BC attack. So
Absolutely.
very interesting to watch.
Good
Great
rebound.
rebound. Nice and strong.
Wing defense coming back to help. And a little bit of off-ball contact happening in the BC's defensive third.
Yes. Great fast hands there by BC.
Army get the rebound and try to get the ball down as quickly as possible.
Oh, great try.
Great look into the shooting circle.
Brilliant work. Nice front side play there by the Army.
Seems to be the goal attack's primary move.
It is.
Passing it out, holding and getting the ball closer to the hoop.
And as a defender, you need, once you realize that, you start to think that what can you change in your play to not allow that to happen. It's all about trying different techniques, different strategies. Nice pick up by BC.
Can BC increase their lead to 4
Great play.
points?
Oh.
Unfortunately, the ball was just a little too high. Probably some carryover with the momentum. Lots of momentum bringing the ball down court.
Always the risk when you bring it down fast. Nice take by the Goldie.
Good effort by the center. Contact was called. Another contact call by the wing defense this time. Shooters, again,
Nice tip by the
holding
wingy.
their space in front.
Yeah, there we go. Keep coming around now.
And a score from the Army. They close the gap. Scores 21-19 for BC. 8.5 minutes left. BC gets a penalty pass.
Looking for the space.
Doing a great job looking into the circle.
That was off. Nice rebound by BC.
Right, and a point. 22 to 19 for BC. Army center pass.
Great defense, BC.
BC defense in the circle, really trying to hold their players away from where they want to go, forcing a high ball.
And they have the height on the goal attack and goal shoot, so forcing that high ball is in their favor.
And it worked really well, as we can see here. BC gets the throw in.
Nice strong take by Goldie. Everyone's a bit too
Great
high
look
here.
down court.
Great tap. As you see, there was no one there. All the attackers were stuck in the middle, and they should have been coming through the court a bit more to give support.
Goal shooter trying to go for that baseline cut, denied by the goalkeeper. Trying again, not enough. Goal attack gets it in. No problem.
He seems to be owning that circle at the moment, the goal attack. Nice front take there. Nice
Rebound from her own shot. Goal attack gets another attempt. Just a bit short.
Fast play down here by the Army.
Super speedy.
Oh, great.
Wing defense.
Absolutely
Excellent pick off that.
great hustle there by BC.
Forcing the Army to bring the ball back a little bit before getting it down court.
BC.
Beautiful look into the circle. Must have seen that before she even had the ball in her hands to release it to the circle without looking.
Big risk as a goalkeeper. When you come out for an intercept, you're leaving that circle open. Nice lean there by BC.
Goal attack performing very consistently. They tie the game 22 to 22. 6 minutes left in the last quarter.
Take advantage of this while the goalie was out. Nice and fast. Bit too much on that pass.
A high ball means
No.
the Army gets the possession, but
Great work.
they
Great
steal it
work
back
by
for the
BC.
shooter. And it's just a bit far from the hoop.
BC shooters have lost their grip for a bit here, but hopefully we can get it back.
Like I said yesterday, it's as much of a physical game as it is a mental game.
Absolutely. Not until you're in there yourself do you really realize. Oh, goal keeps on the ground.
Goal shooter gets one in this time for the Army, taking the lead by 1 point with 5 minutes left in the final quarter.
Good, strong defense.
Tight
here.
defense, yes, exactly what I was going to say. Forcing the Army to pass back out
Great
to the
line.
center third.
Nice work by BC.
A fumbling ball means center. BC gets possession.
And play.
Can they tie the game? Excellent patience with the ball, just like they did in the first and second quarters. A little bit of a high pass.
Really need to look after this ball. Unfortunately, Goldie got there. Again, it's keeping cool heads and nice, easy in front passes.
Excellent pick off by the goal attack.
I think that was a contact call.
I'm not sure what the call was, but BC had a pass. And an obstruction call means they get a penalty shot. And they get to take the shot where the obstruction happened. It goes in. The game is tied once again. 3 minutes, 45 seconds left in the final quarter.
It's getting rough out there.
Lots of contact. Both teams a little bit flustered, a little bit frustrated.
Yes, I agree. Just need cool heads.
Easier said than done, that's for
It's
sure.
very easy to say from up here, isn't it?
Army gets the interception. An advantage contact call made there.
And fast play down the court.
Working it around the circle, waiting for the open player. A little bit too high of a ball for the goal shooter.
Good pressure by BC.
BC
there.
gets the throw in. You can see the fatigue settling in on both teams,
Really just got to grind it out now.
but the pace remains
Great
high.
pass. Nice and strong. Nice front position there
Yeah.
by BC.
Good movement by the shooters there. A missed shot means the Army gets possession, bringing it down court. Shooter comes out. Both shooters are out.
They can keep them out. That's a great position for BC to be in.
Forced ball, but the center manages to get it. Beautiful
Nice
hold.
one.
Defense.
Really hit by BC.
Over a third. The ball was not touched in the center third by either team, meaning the Army gets a free pass right at the center line for the goal third.
Really just about nice, easy passes now. Playing the game they know.
Lots of pressure for the Army. They have a chance to win the game. But both teams are working very hard.
Absolutely. No one is giving up. This is what you want to see in a close game like this. Great
The
tip
shot
there.
was tipped, yes. You can see the umpires are having to raise their voice to get through to the players.
And beautiful.
Rebound by BC. The game is still tied with 1 minute and a half left.
They can get this down there. It's great.
Beautiful cutout by the shooter. Looking for the open player. There's the center.
Gosh, comes
Goal
out.
attack comes out for the ball, asking it again and again.
Really a give and go
Getting-
by goal and tap.
Absolutely. Short ball.
Shot.
Contact call by
Back.
the shooter means the Army gets another chance to score with 1 minute left in the game. Can they get the lead before the end of the
Great
game?
tip there.
Or will it be a tie game to end the series?
1 minute to go.
Absolutely, the score's tied. It's 23-23, and I'll pop that into the chat right now.
Strong take there by the Goldie. BC really keeping those shooters high.
Great passing by the Army. Long shot. Great reach from the goal
Great lead.
defense.
Oh,
Goes
no.
around the rim. Almost goes in, but it pops right back out. 30 seconds left in the game.
They just want to play it
The
around
score
and
is
get it
tied.
in.
You can see the goal defense trying to settle down the team.
Settling them nice and easy.
Gain composure. Big pass to the center. Shooter gets it mid-range shot. And an obstruction call.
And it's a miss.
The
We got
Army gets 4 seconds to
3
score.
seconds to go.
And that is the game.
Tie.
The last score is 23-23. Great question, Steve, in the chat. Are there ties in netball? In tournaments, there oftentimes are not ties, but in this case, we have a tri-series, so it is a best 2 out of 3. And since BC won the first 2 games, there is likely no need for a
Extra time.
extra
Yeah.
time, or what is it called? Death final to the death. What is it called? I don't know what it is. When you keep scoring until someone's ahead by 2 points. But excellent question. At the end of the day, it's to the discretion of the rules of the tournament as well as the rules of the game.
Absolutely.
I'll keep live streaming just for a bit longer.
For anyone who is new to watching netball and would like to watch it from over in Canada to the premierships in New Zealand and Australia, you can easily do that online. So there's a website called netballpass.com, absolutely free, and you can watch some really high-level netball.
Stay tuned. We do have the mixed game coming up in roughly 20 minutes. That's what the scoreboard says. But that may be due to change. I'll try and keep it updated in the chat for everybody. You can see them coming on court from the sidelines right now. We'll have a switch in players, switch in umpires. Always lovely to watch the men play on court as well. It's totally different style of playing.
Very different style. It's a more aerial style. After watching the female game, it's more tactical, a lot of fast, sharp passes and moves, and the
Lots of high balls.
It's going to be high. It's going to be a lot of strength, body, and speed. So yeah, very different game.
Looking forward to it. Will you be here with us, Leanne, for the next?
I will indeed.
The next
be
game?
Here.
Wonderful. All right, yeah, stay on the live stream for the next game coming up in just under 20 minutes. I am back as I have made a small error. The live stream for the next game, just like yesterday and the day before, will be on the mixed game live stream link. So we will log off of this one and log on to the next live stream in just a few minutes. Thank you to everyone joining in on the live stream. It's great to see the commentary, and I'm having a blast commentating, an absolute blast. Let me know if you want any feedback, you want me to commentate on different things, or if you have any questions for our guest commentator, Leanne, for the next game. Thank you again.
Wait, she did too?
Great game. Oh,